Greetings, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Matt Hosts Hermitcraft, where I mess around a little bit on the Hermitcraft 9 server. I've started kind of using this world as sort of like a weird single player experience, you know? I'm sort of like treating it as if it's just a world. A world that has a bunch of stuff already in it, you know? And I think that makes it's kind of an interesting experience because it's a world where everything is basically done. You know, I don't have to set up villagers. I don't have to set up um like there's farms everywhere. There's places I can go, things I can do essentially everywhere. Um and I just sort of have to live here. So it's kind of like living on a server, except one that I don't feel bad about necessarily using everybody's resources. I also... where's Jevon's nether portal? Um, I don't think it's up here. I think it's down lower. I think it just came from there. Um, I'm also learning a lot about the hermits, and I'm planning on kind of like using this ideally to help me try and get better at building and playing the game. I think that would be really, really cool to do with this experience, but I don't always have a great grasp of how I can learn things. One of the things I do know that I have noticed that like a thing that you don't really get from just I know Zed has a portal somewhere. One of the things that you don't get from just watching it is the Hermitcraft server is really dangerous. Like, I know the joke is that Scar doesn't light up his builds, but it's not just Scar. And maybe it's just like, look, I'm not great at playing the game. You know, it's not hitting things. See, like that. Where am I going? It's one of these. It's over here. I'm not great at playing the game. And so I do things to mitigate my competence. Such as, when I make a base, I go super far in making a torch grid and making it so that mobs cannot spawn anywhere near me where they could bother me. But that's not what it's like here in Hermitcraft. There seems to be mobs in a lot of places. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what? Let's go options, music and sound. Hostile creatures? Excellent. Yeah, there seems to be, like, monsters basically everywhere. And, wasn't honestly expecting that. And I don't have a sword on me, do I? Hold on. Partly because, like, I don't have this world... Like, I would have a box of swords here if I was building it. And so there's just a bunch of little things like that. It's not a world I would have made. And I think that's a very fascinating thing that you don't really pick up on as much. There are anvils around here. Yeah, excellent. It is also a world where there's a lot of things that I personally take essentially for granted. Of just like, yeah, that's how you... that's just what you build into a world. Like, I love the Nether Hub. Oh my gosh, do I love the Nether Hub. But, Grian and Scar and Mumbo, they're not on the Nether Hub. Like, at all. And that's just bonkers to me. That like I absolutely understand the idea of elytraing around, but haven't they had to do the walk of shame? Are they just have they just always had an elytra with them to the level that they don't think about what's the plan if I can't make it? And so the amount of times that I've like had to find alternate ways of getting to Scarland is crazy. So I put in a portal, and I'm working on putting in that portal today. It was not a simple thing. I'm not good at the game, and I died like 4 times putting in a stupid little portal and figuring out how, you know, where it needed to go, how friggin' where it needed to go in the nether. It was just the inside of those boulders that Greens makes are also 100% not lit up, so I died twice checking to see if I should build it completely inside a boulder or if I should give it a little bit more space. And it was just a lot. And I'm oh good, I did make another pick. I was concerned about that. I'm having fun though. And maybe it's just been a while since I've done like a vanilla survival, although this feels weird for a vanilla survival. I highly recommend it to people to give it a try, to be on a finished world and see what it's like and see how things go. I think is a fascinating experience. So I've been doing a handful of little improvement projects. Like I said, putting in a portal between Green and Scarland. I've done a little work in the little sword I cheated in broke. Oh well. I put in a little portal, not a portal. I've added some roads to the shopping district. I've been doing what I can to try and reduce lag around Scarland, and by that I mean I've like cleared out Scar's storage system so that there aren't any hoppers or chests or shulker boxes in the area. It doesn't really help with Scarland, because Scarland's problem is the armor stands, as far as the diagnostics that are built into Minecraft tell me. Maybe I can find a better diagnostics tool that'll tell me a little bit better. So yeah. Leveling soul speed. Is that all my... Oh, Devastator. 37. I've made errors. Yeah, I've essentially decided, as part of my project, that I'm claiming all shulker monsters and or all chest monsters. That's the proper term, and I'm moving them to where I'm setting up base. In part for me to use as resources in whatever else I'm doing. In part to help clean things up, and also just to see how people get resources. Like, I have no idea how Scar has so much of what he does. Like, he must spend hours upon hours grinding out and just not knowing if he's going to need, I don't know, 40 shulker boxes of deep slate, but knowing that if he does need it, he's going to want it quickly, so he might as well make it early on in the season. I don't know. I do not understand that sort of game plan. I guess it might be the difference between a professional somebody who's like, aha, I do this for a living, and somebody who's more um, playing the game because it's fun. I have Fortune 3, right? Short answer is no, I do not have a Fortune 3. Good to know. There's a lot of little things where it's like I'm going to have to go and find and watch people's videos and figure out what's going on. I accidentally, like, the only thing Etho has in his base really is a tree farm. And it turns out that if you accidentally fall into the center of his little tree exploder thing, it will drop TNT, which will blow up part of it. So I need to go and watch the video and rebuild things. It's a very interesting... I think one of the interesting things about Hermitcraft Season 9 is that, like, there are really, really big things that are done, and that can't be denied. However, it doesn't necessarily feel like there's a lot done. I guess I don't know how to describe what I'm trying to describe, which is not great for describing things. But, like, yes, the... do I need to cheat? Not happy about that. The spawn town looks really great, and there's builds everywhere as the eye can see, but it kind of like fades into the background and doesn't necessarily feel like 2 years of continued development, because it wasn't 2 years of continued development. It was 2 years of development while people were playing and doing other things that I'm nowhere near and grinding out resources. And there's a lot that goes into a world like this that when you look back, you can't really see. And I think that's the general thought that I'll leave people with today. What do we need in here? Depth Strider? Okay. I'm not even going to keep the cheap backup boots. Yeah. My plans going forward, maybe I'll do something kind of like the King Ren storyline where I have a list of tasks where I try and accomplish them. There's also stuff I can do with Grumbot. It's also getting to the point where here in, like, my brother gets back from his Christmas vacation stuff tonight at like midnight. And so I know he's been champing at the bit to play some Decked Out and check out the server. And so that will give me a little bit more... what am I trying to say here? That'll make things a little bit more entertaining for me, that other people are on and doing things. So... yeah. Ending. Let's get her braking on that Elytra. Make sure I have everything on everything. I have... okay, there's that. I feel like I'm forgetting some equipment, and I'm going to have to check that out. Anyway, apologize for rambling at you for longer than people are probably interested in. If you have anything that you want me to definitely experience here on Hermitcraft, let me know. Yeah. I think now that this gear is basically all set up, okay, apparently I need to bring an anvil here next time. Try and remember that. Right, I'm gonna head on out feeling a lot better about my survival. And, I know my videos last week were all decked out content, but it's been a week since I played decked out. I did all those Christmas Eve. And it's a new week, so I'll probably intersperse other videos with a bit of decked out, because I like decked out. This is my little... I'm going to fly up a little bit, show you my poor render distance and my little space that I'm calling up. As I said, it's on Yellow 12, and it's a pretty big island, and I think I want to use it... I think my goal is to make 25 towers or so. Because, like, I love making towers, but I'm bad at it. And it'd be really cool to build a tower in the style of, like, every hermit. And try and study their builds and figure out how they would make towers and what they would do. So that might be a bit of the series. We'll see. I want to learn. This is all part of a Green chess monster, by the way. Anyway, I want to learn. I want to get better. I think this is a very fascinating chance for me to do so. But thank you guys so much for watching today. Thank you for sticking through the ramble. Please ask questions down below, and I'll catch you guys next time.